Conservative groups say lawmakers should oppose the expansion. As the final stages of the Farm Bill negotiations do continue, farmers and investors push for a strong rural development title to lead the way to rural prosperity. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock reports.
Hurricanes, droughts, fires, a devastating year for rural communities across the country. Young farmers say more must be done to protect the places they plan to spend their lives.
People are paying attention to ways that they can build resilience in their communities, not just through insurance, but also through community diversification, and dealing with climate change, I think, is definitely something that I hear a lot of farmers in Georgia talking about.
Investing in rural infrastructure and small businesses is one important way to build that resiliency. But with a dramatic decline in community banking over the past decade, even getting the funds to purchase or operate existing farms can be difficult.
So community banks make about 77% of the agricultural loans that are made in the United States, about 50% of the small business loans that are made in the United States. The further a business moves away from traditional source of capital and credit, the more they rely on often high cost, sometimes even predatory sources of capital and credit.
With only tiny amounts of private money flowing to rural places, communities look to local and state governments for leadership. But rural lawmakers say they simply don't have the resources.
Is that most of my dollars and resources at the county-based level go to dealing with the opioid crisis. 21% of the budget that I have, the operating budget that I have, goes to actually pay our jail bill. And so we pay more money in our jail bill on a month than we pay into economic development and our health department for an entire year.
Farmers are looking more and more to USDA rural development for capital, though that has become a problem since those programs are funded and authorized through the currently expired Farm Bill. These programs provide low-cost financing for farms and for wider rural community projects.
If we were a bank, which in a sense we were, we would be one of the largest banks in the country with a $212 billion portfolio and over 1 million loans.
2 rural development programs that provide technical assistance and startup capital to farms and other rural businesses expired September 30th and are now in limbo. The previously announced House bill did not include further funding for those programs, whereas the Senate bill provided some. A compromise bill could be announced as soon as this week. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Well, the president is also confident a farm bill will be completed soon. He talked about wrapping it up during the lame duck session with Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell just last week. Well, China will propose reforms to the World